And moving on to the next one, which is Ayatana Sutra. Again, they are asking Chattari Mani Bhikkave Arya Satchani Katamani Chattari. The same question they are asking. There are 4 noble truths. What are the 4? Dukkhang Arya Satcham, Dukkha Samudayang Arya Satcham, Dukkha Nirodhang Arya Satcham, Dukkha Nirodhagaminiya Patipadaya Arya Satcham. It's the 4 they are talking about again. And then the answer is different. Katamancha Bhikkave Dukkhang Arya Satcham. Now they are asking, what is Dukkha Arya Satcha? Because you can address the same thing in different ways. So that's what we are trying to understand here, right? Here, the Shadayatana are Dukkha Arya Satya. They are talking about the Shadayatana. Shadayatana are the Ayatana. So that's why it's called the Ayatana Sutra. These Ayatana, because Ayatana, they become Ayatana with Raga Dvesha Moha. Right? Without Raga Dvesha Moha, they don't become an Ayatana. So that's why it's the same thing. It's the creation process. It's the Upadana process. So therefore, this is also the Dukkha Arya Satcha. And it's when you look at these two, it's 2 places in the Paticcasamuppada itself. The first one was, we looked at the Pancha Upadana Skandhya, right? Upadana. So in the Paticcasamuppada, Avidya, Sankara, Viññāna, Nāma-rūpa, Salayatana, Passa, Vedana, Tanha, Upadana. Now they were talking about the Upadana. The first one they were talking about the Upadana. Now the next one they were talking about the Ayatana, Salayatana. So Avidya, Tanha, Avidya, Pacha Sankara, Viññāna, Nāma-rūpa, Pacha Salayatana. So that's a different place in the Paticcasamuppada. So what they are talking about is this Paticcasamuppada, wherever you take from, it is the Dukkha Arya Satcha. So that is what we are trying to understand. So next one is Lokaita Sutra, Anguttara Nikaya, Mahavagga. Loka, what is Loka? Right? They are asking about Loka. Kama Guna Panchima. They are saying there are 5 Kama Guna. Those are the 5. And these Kama Guna, wherever the Kama Guna are, is where the Loka is. So in other words, when you create the Kama Guna, as in you are creating asada. Whenever you are creating asada, you are creating the world. So that is, again, they are talking about the same thing. With Trishna is when you can create the asada, because the asada is created in the mind. So wherever you create the asada, that means you are creating the world for yourself. The moment you create the world, that means you have created suffering. That is also something that you need to understand. Right? Moving on to the next one, which is Dhatu Sutra. Dhatu. By getting attached with Dhatu. What are the Dhatu? Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. People create the world. Again, by getting attached. So this is the world you are creating. What you are creating is by getting attached. That is when it creates. Until then, there is no problem. The moment you attach with it is the problem. Again, they are addressing the problem, same problem, which is Dukkha Samudaya, which is Trishna or Tanha. By getting rid of the Chanda Raga, they can overcome the world. Right? Now, moving on to next item or next thing is timelessness. Timelessness. So this time, if you talk about time, time is a unit that is created by scientists. just to, as a unit. They have just created a unit. There is no such thing as time in the real world. Because if you take Arihatun Wahanse, to the Arihatun Wahanse, the time doesn't matter. There is no such thing as time, or he's not worried about tomorrow. Oh, I have to do these, complete these by today, tomorrow, and day after. It's like if you go to Akasha, to the then you won't feel any time difference. Now, because it's day and night, it changes, and you feel like something is moving, something is going on. I have to, collect whatever I can within the given time frame. So everyone's collecting things, collecting money, collecting houses, collecting cars, this and that, trying to make the individual's pot bigger, basically, because they feel like there is something called time, and the time is running out. But it's actually it's vibrations and distances.